Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here in another Rocks chat on this fine and very sunny but all icy, very icy feeling Sunday morning. So I'm a bit lazy this morning. No, I'm not a bit lazy, that's the wrong word. Late is what I'm looking for. Late, not lazy. Reason being, I had a bit of a lay-in and then I had to put some washing on and watch a bit of the news and then drink my tea, have my shower, wash my hair, and then do the rest of my stuff that I do, and here I am. So I'm a little bit behind schedule, and I'm hoping, oh, did I say schedule? Can't have done. Anyway, I'm a little bit later than I'd like to be because Gary's brother is coming over to do some, because Gary's been doing that whole length of the conservatory. He's made a box for pipe work. He's done also, he's doing that right now. So if you hear banging and all that, it'll be Gary doing that. So, and his brother's coming in to sort out the electrics because we had to disconnect some when he put the wall up. So, yeah, it's all going off out there, and that just means he'll be turning off the electricity. So hopefully I'll get this on, done and dusted before then, and so that'd be cool if I can. Let me just do the joke of the day because I just see it and it's pretty cool. I like this one. And remember, this is all about jobs and retiring. Accountants don't retire, they just lose their balance. I like that one. It's going to get a double giggle. It is. They lose their balance. So many people, old people do. You know, when I worked for the ambulance service, near enough every call some days was old person falling over, old person falling over, old person falling over. I just think, why don't they just get rubber knickers and they just bounce right back up again, you know? But yeah, some days it was all picking up. Of course, sometimes, you know, they'd hurt themselves, not even realise it. Because, you know, sometimes they'd do their hip and have no pain. Other times there'd be excruciating pain. I guess it just depends on the person and their nerves and how it was fractured and all that sort of thing. But, you know, everyone have had to be kind of checked over for that. I used to work with a guy called John, who was so funny. The word, can they just come and check on him? You know, when people would ask, can we just have some paramedics to check on this lady? And he'd go, yeah, we've got to go and check them. And he used to find that hilarious for some reason. I don't know why. I couldn't get into what he thought about that, you know, checking them. But yeah, I do miss the people there, you know, sometimes. Well, quite often. And some of them anyway. Not all of them, I have to say. But yeah, and I miss the kind of general camaraderie and the training. And I never thought I'd say that. Because every time we had a training day, it seemed to me that they just got us doing defibs and, you know, jump starting people, and obviously on dummies. They wouldn't let us loose on people. That would just be torture, wouldn't it? Anyway, beside the point, isn't it? I've lost my moisturiser. Little pot of moisturiser. Got a little bit left, Linda, in this pot. It's here somewhere. Ah, I found it. So I can just, yeah, look, it's almost empty. Look, I need to go there and see if I can get some of this. Because, well, I like to keep it in here and do it. I put all my stuff on this morning, but where I've been, I was putting more creams on. I washed my hands after, so I didn't really moisturise since. So I don't know if, I think there is some improvement in some places, but on these bits here, I don't see any, really, no real improvement. Not much improvement on my feet. So it's early days. I'll keep going with that treatment, and then I'll just have to relent and go to the doctors, because it could be something worse. It could be thyroid or something like that. I don't know. So just have to. Although every time I seem to have all the symptoms of thyroid, whenever I have it checked, it's like, no, it's fine. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just one of those walking medical mysteries, I think. So I didn't do any more of my scarves. All I've got to do is sew this one in, and I didn't do that yesterday. And so far I've not made any more of this one. I will do, but we had, the day was too busy really for me to sit there and do it. And I guess there was a point in the evening where I could have put the light on and did it, because Gary was watching rugby. But I came into a live stream instead, but my eyesight was really, really blurry, and that's another reason I didn't do the scarf, because I thought I would just sit there with my glasses on getting a headache. So it was hard enough to see, and I couldn't really take part that much in one of the live streams. But in Granny D's, I was kind of, it was all about desserts as well. It was kind of like, you do realise I'm on a diet, right? But it was all these different questions, like one of those quizzes on desserts. And what I thought was hilarious was some of the words were tough for her to say. And I kept trying to tell her that escoffier is pronounced escoffier. But yeah, some of them, were kind of. But I answered since I got in, I answered every question correct. Because one thing I know about is dessert, right? One thing I am a really good authority on is pudding. Let's just say. And I went into Sam and Mike's live as well, so I had a busy time of it in live streams last night. Gone are the days when I kind of set up and do mine. I used to do them in the evenings. But I could have done last night, but I was tired and my eyes were really, really poor. And to sit and try and read the comments might have been a bit difficult. I don't know why I was so blurry, but my eyes were very, very blurry. Maybe I'd rubbed them or something when I'd cream in them or something. Something was amiss. And yeah, so I just went in and socialised a little bit while Gary watched the rugby. It's on again tonight. But this time we've got England, so I will watch that one with Gary. And I don't know if his brother will be here or not. He may be, because it depends what time the England one is on. There's 2 on a day. One's earlier than the other. There's Gary, making his little box. I asked him to do that. I said, if you could make kind of like a nice box that hides the pipes. And we've got like a pipe and a little drain. And I said, it'd be so nice if you just like bury those somehow. But obviously the little box will pull away if you need to work on it, or the pipe work, So it's only a dressing, if you like, but it'll look so much nicer. And once it's done, I will show you. Sadly, I don't have a before. I should have done a before picture, but I was so, what the word is, kind of like ashamed, but not wanting to show anyone that, really. It's kind of like, oh, that does need doing. So I didn't do a before. It's like the caravan, when we were doing that. Should have done a before. I did a few kind of videos where it was seen, but I never took an actual before picture, which I should have done. Only once it was underway, and then it was, some parts of it weren't in its true natural glory as it was before. And the same is true of the wall out there, because it wasn't flat. What it was originally the outside of the house, and it was tongue and groove, and it was wood or shiplap or something along those lines. And over the years it had bowed, so it wasn't particularly fitted anymore, and there was loads of cracks and crevices, from the bowed areas, and it didn't really meet at the top very well, and didn't fit around the windows properly anymore, and where it was all bowed and like that. But it was now an interior wall, so it wasn't too bad. But if you ever had a spider come into the, in the start, their usual business of breeding and that sort of thing, they would have lots of hidey places. And you could sometimes, every now and then, I'd see one retreat in there, and so I'd give it a spray, like a demented kind of woman who thinks something this size is going to kill her. So yeah, I would give it a good spray, but you could never really see anything like that, and it was always lots of little gaps and lots of, I just said the whole thing should be flat. Then we can, if we want, put shelves on it. We're working on a flat thing, so that's what we should do. And bless him, he's done it. And we've got this wood that was, it was OSB board. OBS. OSB, one of them two boards anyway, and it's made of lots of compressed bits of wood, so they're all different. So we figured if we stain it, some would be darker than others, and we've got this red colour, and it really does pop against the white of the windows and everything else. So I'll show it to you once it's done. And he's been doing it at the back round by the window. So one of these days, maybe that conservatory, which was the poorest room in the whole house, will be the most beautiful. Who knows? Let's fingers crossed anyway. But he's also, they were throwing some lockers out from work. Gary brought some home. One's like a cupboard, and there are a couple of tall ones. So obviously all of the garden spades and things that used to have no home can now live in the uprights. And you know, there's lots and lots of cupboard space out there for all the stuff that used to be clutter. Wasn't that brilliant? So yeah, I'm really happy about that. They may not stay there when eventually Gary has a shed. I think all the tall ones will go out there because they're for his tools and garden tools. So that's what he'll do with those. But they say things on them at the moment. They've got things written. But obviously that was from when he was at work with them. And that's where they used to keep it. They got everything isn't changing there. So they threw them out. And he thought, I can reuse those and repurpose them. So that's what he's done. And they're kind of save a lot of kind of money in buying this stuff. So yeah. Cool. Anyway, so yesterday I didn't really get anything done like crochet or anything like that. We had a late dinner and we had Indian tikka bites. They were yummy, like bites of chicken, and we had a sheik kebab. I've told you about this before. They're just long, like sausage-like things. They're gorgeous. So we had that with salad, and that's all. But I think this morning I did my little test to see if I still had ketosis, and I was only just. So I think it might have been a bit of a no-no. I haven't told Gary yet, but he won't like that because he said we should do this once every couple of weeks. But, you know, it didn't knock me out completely. I had a faint trace. So I'm not, like, discounting it, you know, as a it's only chicken, but it's probably got yogurty coating and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm just a bit cheesed off with the diet, to be honest with you, and I need to kind of bring it into sort of, you know, what's the word? Induction. That's the word. I need to kind of bring it in line with just induction and get it kick-started. So that's going to be one of these. It will be. I'm using that one a lot today. Well, I had to do something to bring my mood up, didn't I? I suppose. Giveaway day today. Now, I filmed this yesterday or thereabouts. And boy, I don't think I look that great in it. Do you know what? I decided to film some ahead of time. Beginning to regret it now. I think, you know, I really should have perhaps dolled myself up a little bit. Oh, well. You've seen me at my worst anyway. Seen me just after a cancer operation, so not just after. Nobody saw me just after apart from Gary. Oh my God, did I look bad. Seriously, it looked like I had a very square head and I had this massive swelling and my skin was pale, really, really pale. And I went in there and at the time I had quite chiseled jawline. Well, that was gone. I was just this big swollen thing with drains coming out. I had 2 big drains that I was dragging around with me. Oh man, they were heavy. And yeah, nothing really prepared me from feeling like normal. You know, you could go shopping, you could do anything, to waking up thinking, oh, I'm gonna die. That's exactly how it kind of like went wham. You know, like I've been hit by a truck, basically. That is exactly what it was like. Although I've never been hit by a truck, so I can't say for sure. But in my head, I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. Like a metaphorical truck. Yeah. Anyway, I never want to go back there. Getting some real problems with this arm though, and I'm not happy about that, and I really need to call them because I haven't got an appointment for my next checkup, and I keep saying that I must ring them. For those of you who keep asking me about my appointment with a dermatologist, I think it's on the 23rd, but I've got to move it because the road around here is closed and there's just no way I'm going to be able to do it. So I'm going to have to give them a call and try and reschedule it. Probably be a little bit later. But you know what? I don't care really. It's not an urgent one really. So, yeah. It's going to have to get moved. I won't be able to go out that day. It's going to be absolute bedlam around here. The road they're closing, I said, you know, they can't really close it as such. It's going to cut off so many communities, you know. But there'll probably be access. But the knock-on to the traffic is going to be a complete nightmare. So I'm not looking forward to that. There's lots of road closures around here lately. I want to show you something. Look at these. Look how long they've got. I can't believe it. I only recently cut them. So whatever I'm doing to to my hands to get rid of this, it seems to be like giving lease of life to my nails. Look at those. I'm going to cut them. They're too long. My mum used to have them longer than that, and she used to shape them and paint them all the time. But that is kind of my limit. If they get any longer than that, I struggle to do buttons up, and well, I don't. And also, I have this habit of doing that, like putting that one in front of that thumbnail, and I get pain down here because I can't stop doing it, and I just literally hurt my own thumbs doing it. And I don't know why, but it seems to just, they do it. I kind of can't be off it, and it's one of those habit things. And I need, you know, so I like to keep them shorter so that I can't do it, or I don't fancy doing it, put it that way. It doesn't make me do it. Anyway, I'm going to get off, upload this video, because otherwise I'll run out of time and the electric will be off. If this video oh, if this video, I'm a biddy doing a video. No, I'm young, not a biddy. If this video doesn't appear till late, I mean much later on in the day, you'll know that the internet was slow and the electric got turned off. So that's one way you're going to know. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Love to everyone. Oh, I don't have to do that manually, do I? You got sight of the chin then, didn't you? Look, there's my chin. It's very wonky because this side doesn't have it. So that's one other reason I need to get rid of it, because it's kind of a wonky double chin. Hate it. So thanks for watching, and the little chin was just a gift for you. I'll see you later. Bye for now.